Turbo Syndicator is a simple piece of software that solves a serious issue for a lot of marketers. Hi, my name is Jesse Ali, and I want to talk to you about Turbo Syndicator, and this is my review for Turbo Syndicator. So what does it do? Why does it solve a huge problem? And what is the huge problem that it solves? Well, I'm going to start with the problem. The problem is that a lot of marketers recommend that you create an army of marketing websites that market for you 24/7, and that's a great idea. Why not have an army of websites marketing for you 24/7 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year? It's a great way to make lots of money. But the more websites that we create that make us that money, the more maintenance builds up, the more time it takes to change those websites. So let's say you have an awesome offer that's making you a lot of money, and you've got 20, 30, 40 different websites sending traffic to that really cool offer, but that offer disappears, it's gone. So now you need to put a different offer up, and you could go to your 20, 40, 30, or however many websites you have, 20, 30, 40, and go and change the content on every single one of them to match a new offer. But how much time is that going to take, and who's ever going to really do it? So in most situations, either someone spends way too much time trying to change their websites and never making new websites that increase the amount of money that they are making, or people let those websites go. All those 30, 40 websites that were making money stop making money. What a waste of energy. You put time and energy into making those sites, so why not change them all in a flash to promote something better, to promote something newer that is now going to make you money again, instead of having to make a whole another 30, 40 sites. And on top of that, you can also make another 30, 40 sites, and that way you can continue to increase the amount of income that you're making each month. So how does this work? Well, let's say you have a really cool video on a lot of your sites, and it is helping promote a specific product, and you have a button below that video that links to that product. Well, now you can put that video and that button inside of Turbo Syndicator, and then put the Turbo Syndicator code on all of your websites to display that video and button. Now, Turbo Syndicator is your central dashboard to be able to change that video on all of the sites at once, and then change that button on all of the sites at once. And even if you don't want to change the video and you don't want to change other things, you could also use it for design elements. Maybe you have a button that was converting for you and working really well. The design of that button worked really well, and maybe it said free instant access. Well, maybe now you want the button to say get free instant access, or free instant access now, or maybe you want to change the color of the button. You can do that as well. If you use that same button on lots of sites, you can change the design of the button. So, well, I don't know if you've used a link management app, and most people probably haven't, but the people who do know that it's super high value, because you can change your links, your affiliate links, you can change the links to buy buttons or anything else, all from one single link dashboard, and that way you don't lose your links for products that stop being available, etc. One thing I forgot to mention is that Turbo Syndicator also does link tracking, or conversion tracking. So basically, if you have a button that you are syndicating to 100 different websites, you're able to see which websites people are actually clicking that button on. So if you have 50 people a week clicking the button on site A, and 40 people clicking the button on site B, and only 10 people clicking on site C, and maybe 0 people on site D, you can know that the people who are clicking most on site A, you can figure out why site A is performing for you, so you can create more sites like site A. You can also figure out which sites to spend more of your time working on that are actually performing for you. So that's another very cool feature inside of Turbo Syndicator. Well, this is like a link management app, but for more than just links. It's a website element management app that allows you to manage elements across websites and do it in a central dashboard and save yourself a big amount of time logging into each site and changing it. So that's just the tip of the iceberg, though, because you can do things, way more things. So another really cool example is I switched autoresponder companies a couple of years ago, and I had to go to every single one of my websites and change the autoresponder code from the old code to the new code. But if I had Turbo Syndicator back then, I would have been able to just go inside of my Turbo Syndicator dashboard and change out all of the code right inside of that one dashboard, instead of trying to log into every single one of my sites and remember the logins to each of the sites and the different servers that the different sites are on and all of that junk. You don't have to do that. So then we have the iframe option. So with iframes, Turbo Syndicator allows you to take pieces of your websites and put them in other websites. It also lets you take elements or pieces or whole websites from other people and put those inside of your websites. really crazy cool things like that. And the possibilities are really limitless. And really, the one feature of Turbo Syndicator is taking a snippet of content and putting it in any website and distributing it, syndicating it across as many websites as you want. And you can do that just with regular content that you create inside of Turbo Syndicator, or you can do that via iframe. So you can take content from one site and put it in another site, and Turbo Syndicator is your middleman. So you have those two different options to use this software and to do amazing things with it. So there's endless possibilities, and if you have more than one website, you need Turbo Syndicator. If you only have one website and it's the only site you ever use, okay, maybe you don't need Turbo Syndicator. But if you have more than one website and you're managing those sites, well, it's time to get Turbo Syndicator and save yourself a lot of time that you can use to make more websites, to use your time wisely, to make advertisements, whatever it is that you need to do to make more money online. So if you haven't realized, I'm really excited about Turbo Syndicator, and I am using it, and I'm going to use it like crazy from now on, now that I have my hands on it. And if you don't get your hands on it, I think you're crazy. If you haven't thought of a way that you can use it, it's time to get your noggin cranking and get those gears rolling, because this can do so many things to help you with your marketing, and you should just get it right now. And thanks for watching this video. Grab it and stop wasting your time wondering if you should have it, because you should, and just go get it right now.